It's time for the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. Powerful and liberating business strategies you can start in 5 minutes or less. Now, here's your host, Dean Soto.
Hey, this is Dean Soto, founder of FreedomIn5Minutes.com and ProSulam.com. And we're here again with another Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast episode. Today's topic is this: building recurring revenue streams with any service. That and more coming up. Well, good morning. Wow. It is a wonderful morning over here, a beautiful spring morning. It's starting to become warmer again, which is not my favorite, but it brings a nice change to the year. And it's going to get a lot warmer because right now it's only about 60 to 70. It'll get to about 100 and something not too long from now. And we're out with the Luna Meister. Luna is having a beautiful, beautiful walk, sniffing around, sniffing the wildflowers, enjoying her lovely Cane Corso self as usual. So, so one of my friends who also is a part of my business, he's in an industry where they got hammered really, really hard with the whole coronavirus thing. And basically to the point where they almost had to shut down like a bunch of stuff. Like, I mean, they basically, I think they ended up shutting down one of their stores, but it was crazy. It went from being a humming business to boom, like you guys have to do, you have to do things completely different. You have to do takeout, you have to takeout only, or you had to do all these different things, no dine in and so on and so forth. And so, it was crazy because, with that became there came a for him, he's also doing a bunch of other stuff too that revolves around that particular industry, and that type of stuff ended up kind of collapsing as well because so they're having a service where it's more of like a consulting service. So he has more of a consulting service, and to have a service in a downtime economy, especially a consulting service like this, it's very hard. People who are struggling to stay afloat or struggling to stay alive are not going to need a consultant, right? They just literally need to keep the doors open. Consultants generally, don't get me wrong, there are some times where consultants needed just so that they see things that they are not able to see before. But generally, consultants are the first to get cut, right? Because it's kind of like we need our staff that actually, we need these funds to be used for people who are absolutely 100% necessary in our business, right? And so the consulting side of things usually gets cut. Well, he had a couple of people cut him, which sucks. He's a great, super smart consultant when it comes to this particular industry, the restaurant industry. So smart, and helps customers do things so much more differently and in a way that's innovative, because that industry is just nasty. But the other day, it was cool because he's been working with a number of different things that have allowed him to still have recurring revenue despite his consulting going away. And it's actually his consulting that has led to the recurring revenue model, right? And so what it's done is it's allowed him to have large amounts of cash being generated up front, and then from the large amounts of after the large amounts of cash from the setting up of whatever needs to be set up, and whatever the franchise things or whatever, there's a recurring base, but it actually has nothing to do with his not nothing, but it has to do, it doesn't look like it has anything to do with his service. So I know I'm being really vague, and by now I didn't want to name anybody or whatever. By now the person who I'm talking about knows who he is. I'm sure. I'm sure, but I'm gonna still try and be as vague as possible. So anyway, it's cool because it's genius, and it's the way that actually even Prosulum started out in this same exact way, where it's, consulting up front and then a recurring model, a recurring thing. That's like a separate service, right? This allows your service to thrive in just about any economy. Is it 100% foolproof? No. But here's the deal. When this particular person had to give free months of his consulting to these companies who were struggling, guess what he was still getting? He was still getting his recurring revenue, and to the point where when he got his commission, at least from me, he's like, "Whoa, we did that much? That's great." So, like that in itself, imagine if he didn't have that. Imagine if it was just consulting. His revenue might have dropped 75%, maybe even 100%, right? But he is super smart in how he created this recurring revenue model, which I'm going to share with you right now. So, I'm not going to speak for him, but this is generally how he created what he created, and it's literally just helped him to continue to generate income through this downturn. Yes, it's not as much as it would have been, but it's enough to where he's not like freaking out, right? So the model is like this. So when we think of a service business, like say you're a designer, or say you are you're a consultant of some sort, it's usually like a flat fee where it's, hey, X amount of dollars per month, X amount of dollars up front, and then at the end it'll be, X amount of dollars, right? So let's just say it was $20,000, $20,000 thing. And you have to pay $10,000 up front and then $10,000 on the back. Okay. Well, that is amazing, right? Imagine if you had, 10 people like that throughout the year. You'd have a $200,000 a year business, right? Or $240,000 a year business, or something like that, Awesome. Yeah. Great. Right? However, once that's done, say a customer is like, yeah, we're good. Or you'd go drop down to 5 customers for the year. Now you've just dropped to $100,000. And you're constantly having to find new customers, especially is because those same customers, that you've serviced for the year, right? They're not going to do it again, more than likely. If it's a design thing, they're not going to do it every year. For the most part, it's say a logo or a branding type thing or whatever. They're not going to do it. Even for my friend, setting them up for franchising. Once they're set up for franchising, that's about it. Yeah, there's not much else to do, and that is not a that means you're starting at zero, right? But Dean, how you? Yeah, there's no way. Like I in my business, there's no way to still develop a recurring model. Well, my friend, the answer might not be in your business. Okay. The answer might actually be through a strategic type partnership, right? So, for example, with my friend, he has two strategic partnerships. One with a company that is almost like a Uber Eats company, where he gets his clients on this Uber Eats company type thing that's much cheaper and much more and actually lucrative for him, but it's much cheaper and a better option. It's cheaper but a better investment for these other companies. The other is me. The other is Pro Sulam. So all these companies that he works with who have really, really tight margins and who need to keep their payroll down as much as possible, what do you think they think about? What do you think they when he says, hey, you can get somebody that you normally pay $15 an hour in California, you can get them for $9.50 per hour, no payroll tax, no insurance, nothing like that. What do you think happens? They go, what? Huh? Really? They sign up, and he gets a commission, a monthly commission, because he's one of my partners. So the fact is that his business is the consulting side of things. He looks like a hero because he's referring these other companies that he has a strategic partnership with, but he also gets recurring income from those other companies. And so now he has a recurring model. So the idea is that you don't have to have the actual offer or the service. You can, like if you're a designer, it can be something like, hey, we're going to do this for you. And then if you need any type of ancillary design work, it'll be $500 a month. These are the things that you can pop in, and we'll do social media design for you. We'll do whatever, almost like a designpickle.com type thing where you're getting recurring. If they use it, great. If they don't, great. Right? And so you can do something like that, or you can do a strategic partnership where it's something like, hey, cool, the design work you did with us is amazing. I'm going to introduce you to all my customers. I always recommend that they go with this company over here that does a lot of the marketing for you. They get you on podcasts, they do this, they do that, they do this, they do that, right? And by doing that, what happens? By doing that, now, once the design work's done, boom, they go with this other agency that's doing all of their marketing and stuff, and you're getting a commission on a regular basis. It's almost like the cash flow game. That's the way I think about it in my mind. It's like the cash flow game. If you ever played cash flow, you get to the point you have to pay off all your bills. You have to do all this other stuff, and then you get to the point where you can buy houses, right? You can buy houses, or you can buy businesses, or whatever. And those houses give you a certain amount of money per month in cash flow, right? And so the idea of cash flow game is to get your cash flow every month to meet your expenses every month, and then you essentially win the game. It's the same type of thing. So say I make $10,000 off of design work. I make $10,000, but then I have two strategic partners who could potentially give me $200 a month each. right? So $400 a month if a customer goes with both of them. So I would just have to, with my 10 customers, refer, 10 customers per year. Even if I referred half of them and half of them took on both, that's pretty good, nice chunk of change right there, right? That's a $2,000 a month chunk of change. And if I just kept doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that, are they going to stay all the time? No. But the more you do it, it's going to be, it's like the stock market ticker. You see when a stock's going up, does it just go up in like a straight line? No. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But the ups are greater than the downs. Same thing on the deck. If you were to stop doing that, it'd go up and down and up and down and down, but the downs would be greater than the ups. Right? So all that being said is that the idea is you have your big service up front. So like for mine is consulting, systems consulting, right? That's the big service, basically automating an entire business. And then they can get on my virtual systems architects. And that's the monthly recurring side of things. For my friend, it's the restaurant consulting, and then they get on a VSA, and they get on to the Uber Eats type thing, right? So, pretty amazing stuff, pretty amazing if you can get this going, because then you have a hedge. You're always having something that at least is coming in, because I've seen over and over and over different businesses getting shredded by what's going on right now. And the more that you can create this recurring income that's outside of your original offering, the more that you can create a hedge that'll protect your business and give you wealth over time, and you're not going to have to start from zero all the time. So, what can you offer on a monthly basis? And what can you do? So who can you strategically partner with if you don't have something that you can offer on a monthly basis? Who can you strategically partner with that you know right now that you can send your existing clients to and new clients to that'll give you monthly recurring income? I challenge you to find those things and implement that as soon as possible so that you can avoid a lot of the disaster that people are facing right now with this whole pandemic. So this is Dean Soto, Freedom in 5 Minutes. Go check out freedomin5minutes.com. Go Google Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast, and you'll see your favorite podcast, what are those called? Podcast players come up, and you can choose and subscribe to this so you can get them on a regular basis. Go check out freedomin5minutes.com. Go check out prosulum.com, prosulum.com. And I'll catch you on the next Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast episode.
Thanks for listening to the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. Now, head over to www.freedomin5minutes.com and register for our free masterclass and discover how to start systemizing and automating your entire business 5 minutes at a time. We'll see you next time on the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast.